Elizabeth Taylor, and many times I think what that poor kid puts up with, and it tears my heart in two. She's out every night in a swing carrot bed, get breakfast in bed on a solid gold tray. I hear that she earns 7,000 a day. What kind of life is that? She gets what she wants, irregardless of price. Yeah, you see her ring that was some hunk of ice? Why, she has 30 minks that she's never worn twice. What kind of life is that? What kind of life? What kind of life? What kind of life is that? Facing snakes and other dangers, making love to perfect strangers. I read in the news she buys Bose by the vat. Now, what kind of life is that? Poor Liz, poor Liz. Does she know what it means to make a pot roast last a week? To wrap around a towel around the pipe in case it springs a leak? Does she know what it means to get down on her hands and knees to wash her kids' pajamas or her old man's BVDs? These simple pleasures don't delight her. She's too busy with La Dolce Vita. Whenever she goes, something thrilling occurs. She goes out to dine and the restaurant stares. She had 20 husbands, yeah, 5 of them hers. What kind of life is that? I'm sure Liz must thinks, look daddy so far, but will she like possibly one day wear a scar? Will she wind up too with a rock and roll star? What kind of life is that? What kind of life? What kind of life? What kind of life is that? At MGM Day Silver spooned her. I think National Velvet ruined her. I pay for a house what she pays for a hat. What kind of life is that? They packed up the crew at the Fox Studio. They headed for Egypt, but NASA said no. They wouldn't let her in. She's Jewish, you know. What kind of life is that? So for all over grammar and her whoop-dee-doo and her house in the best neighborhood, would you take that lousy life if it was offered to you? You can bet Cleopatra's ass you would.